Hello, this is Keith from EveningShadowsTarot.com. If you would like to have a personal reading, a private reading, go below this video and you can click on my website. That website tells you a little bit about me. My mother was Choctaw Indian. My dad was from England, his family from England. He had blonde hair and blue eyes, so I'm a mixture. I was people that helped raise me were Choctaw Indian, and so part of my guides are Choctaw Indian, and my aunts went to Indian boarding school, and now to look at them you would not know that they're Indian, but if you saw my mother you would know that she is Indian. She has had the dark complexion and the dark hair. We were in South Dakota visiting, and in a gift shop there where the president's faces are, and carved in stone. And this lady kept looking at her that worked there, and she said, "Where are you from?" And she said, "Well, I'm from Texas." And she said, "Well, I can tell you have a beautiful tan." She said, "Well, I keep this tan year round. I'm part Indian." And so the lady said, "Well, you certainly are pretty." And she was a beautiful lady. I've done 3 videos today, and I'm going to do the 4th, and this is the last one, and I'm going to try to get them on the air loaded. I'm told that you might claim this, and it's you're being warned of something. I just had one that was a warning from the other side. The guides were helping, and this is a second warning, and they're wanting me to do one. I never know where the cards are going to lead me. I shuffle the cards, and they tell the story, and let's see what they have to tell us. Now, I shuffled them all, but I go down several cards, and it could be 7, 8, 10 cards, I never know. And I take the card and we start here. I do 10 cards for my reading. The first one is the High Priestess. So the priestess is warning us about something. She's what I was taught is that she's like a female pope. I know we don't have a female pope, but in religion she has that strength. She helps people and is very caring and loving and more gentle than perhaps a man would be in this, although both would be very good. The next card is, this is about truth, and it says truth wins out, and this is an ace or 1 of swords, and that means truth. And notice that it has a crown and showing victory. So you're going to learn a truth that you didn't know. This is for someone that doesn't know this right now. They may suspect it, but they didn't know it when they started this reading. Let's see if it's yours. You're going to be finding this out. A friend's going to tell you, or a loved one. The next one is 5 of Wands. And you see these boys are playing, and it looks like they're fighting. There's just kids, it would be just like a sport. These cards were made, over 100 years ago. These are new cards, but the originals were made 100 years ago. Pamela Coleman Smith designed these over 100 years ago, and I certainly do like them. Let's go. These children, this warning may have to do with energy. It's high energy, and I don't know if somebody's going to be daredevil or what, but something that has to do with youth, and maybe not considering the dangers. The next one, the wands, and it's the wands are flying through the air. They're good and bad. So there could be something good happening and also something bad happening. And it's saying, be aware, there could be some danger here. The next one is the Two of Wands. And I want you to look at this as an interesting card. There's a wand here and a wand here. That wand can be used as a walking stick. It can be used as a weapon to fight off wild animals or something when they didn't have a gun or anything. And it can be used as a tool. So it can do many things. It can do at least 3 things that we're taught. So he is looking out into the ocean, and he's thinking about business. And I don't know if this person, it suggests to me that this person is in business, or fixing to get into business, and you're thinking about it. The next one is the Six of Coins, and this has to do with sharing. So if you are going to get a new job, if you're going to start a new business, you might think that not just of yourself all the time, but share some of your wealth as you're building. You don't have to give all of it away by any means, but this card is telling us that sharing is going to be part of your success, helping other people. So that's a good thing. We all need help. The next one, coins again. This is having to do with a job, it looks to me like. This is the Seven of Coins. And you notice that the man looks like he's growing coins. Well, we know we can't grow coins, but what it's showing you is growing your wealth, working hard, cultivating it. Okay, be careful there. The next one is stress at night. This is the Nine of Swords. And if you'll notice, the person is waking up, holding their head because they are just so full of stress they can't go back to sleep. And I don't know how many people are this way, but I'm in the middle of the night, I may wake up if something's really bothering me and I need help. And that's when I visit with my guides. And I try to ask them to help me, or to ease my mind, or to be with me, to give me strength. But the stress is set in the night. And you know, the strange thing, the Moon card, which we don't have one out yet, but the Moon card shows at night that we're restless, 2 dogs howling, a lobster climbing up, taking a new path up into the mountains. And I see this card at the same time when I picture that, is that the night is mystery. It's full of mystery. And things seem worse at night to me. By morning, things are looking a lot better. But in the middle of the night, I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to overcome this problem. And I'm asking for help. Let's see what's next. 2 more cards. Oh, this one. I don't like to get this card. This is the Devil. Now the Devil has a chain around a man and a woman's neck. And it looks like he's chained to them. You may think, well, he has control of them. All they have to do is lift that chain off and let it go. And this is what this is warning us about, is if you have something bad going on in your life, the devil is just torturing you, you can drop it. It's maybe a habit. I'm going to say smoking was a bad habit at one time in my life, many, many years ago. And I had to take that chain off and stop smoking. My health was getting in terrible shape because of smoking. I'm not saying that is what it is with everyone. I'm just telling you with me. But the devil can just aggravate you. Things can be going well, everything looked good, and he's putting doubt in your mind all the time. But it also tells us that that chain can be just lifted off that neck and you walk away from him, and that's what you have to do. Stop thinking negative thoughts. The last card is about rest, and it is the Four of Swords. And you'll notice that he is resting here. And I was always taught that he was resting. I have friends that say, Well, that they were taught, when they're doing the reading, that he has passed away, and he's resting there because of the sword. Uh, with me, it's just rest, taking time out and warning people. I hope this has helped you. Let's go over this a little bit and see what we've learned from these cards. We've learned that the Empress, the High Priestess, is here and has blessed this and protecting it. I always like when the Priestess is in here because the priest or the priestess, either one, because I feel like they're blessing the reading and warning you. New life is starting. It has to do with a lot of youth, maybe not thinking and doing something dangerous, and they want to. You need to stop that. There's going to be good and bad canes thrown through the air that will bring you. Some will bring you harm, and some will bring you good. But it's warning you there could be something coming your way. Be very careful, and it's dealing with something that's dangerous. And I'm going to use this, and I don't want to upset anyone, but what comes to me is mountain climbing. You know, you really know what you're doing, and accidents can happen. But what this is suggesting to me. I had a guide that just put that in my mind. So if you're going mountain climbing, you might want to postpone that right now. If you do go, be very, very careful. The next one is sharing. If you're starting a business, and this has to do with business, this card, and then this one says, if you go into business, now is a real difficult time to make that decision of going into business. If it costs very much money, I don't know that I would suggest it. We just don't know right now, folks. It's the economy looks terrible. I think the government is kind of in an uproar. We can't seem to agree on everything, and I'm hoping we'll get straightened out, and the guides and the guardian angel will help us all, because we're going to need it. This is cultivating money. Don't go wild spending it. If you're waking up in the middle of the night, worried and everything, try to get this stress under control where you can sleep. This one is causing you stress too, and it's being linked with chained to bad habits or something bad in your life. This one is take time out and rest. Just take time out and rest. I hear people nowadays telling me that they take certain pills to relax. They can't sleep at night, so they have pills to sleep. They have anxieties, and everything has to do with medication. This is, be careful with it. I'm not saying stop your medication by any means, but be careful of how much you're taking of it. Again, it's just resting. So this is a warning, folks. If this pertains to you, you might want to watch this more than once and see what you can get out of it. I know there's clues here for certain people, and it's a message trying to get through to you. And if you need it, well, take heed and be careful. I wish you would subscribe to my channel. I'm new here. I've been in this about 6 weeks. I have read cards for a number of years, but I have just gotten onto YouTube, and I've opened a channel up, and I have a website, and I was told to start that, and hopefully it'll be successful. Thank you so much, and I hope I've helped you, and please watch me often. I'm going to load these 4, and that'll make 75 that I have loaded, and I'll continue to do so. Thank you so much for watching this.